All right, guys, I don't even know where to start with this one because everything was going great for America. And then the Pope decided he was going to step up to Donald Trump and act like he was some sort of moral authority. Now, I don't know where he thinks this moral authority is coming from, but it is not acceptable for him to be lecturing our president and saying all of this crazy hippie nonsense about how we shouldn't have a handful of tyrants leading the world and we should be searching for peace instead of war. This isn't the Catholic Church that I recognize.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
And do you know what the most frustrating thing is about this entire situation? Is that there is no reason that the Pope and Trump should be fighting with each other because they have the exact same hobbies. They both like to wear crazy hats, they both like to push forward crusades, and they both love children. They want to make sure that children are always protected, and they want to make sure that the people that love children are also protected. That's why Trump has made sure that nobody tied to Epstein has been prosecuted. Just like the Pope does the same thing with his clergy members. So we've got some people that want to protect kids on an island, and then we've got another guy that wants to protect kids in a church. So these people should have a friendship bonded. But no, instead of having peace and instead of making sure that we can all get along, the Pope is going to come out and say a bunch of disgusting things about how we should actually be getting along with Muslims. And guys, I don't know that we can take this guy seriously anymore as an agent of peace.
I think the visit to the mosque was significant to say that although we have different beliefs, we have different ways of worshiping, we have different ways of living, we can live together in peace.
Ha! Gay!
And guys, we just need to face it. This Pope is disgusting. There is only one Prince of Peace.
Only one bended to his will, and he does not share power.
And what makes matters worse, guys, is that people, mostly Democrats and woke Republicans, are somehow looking at that picture and saying that that is Donald Trump pretending to be Jesus. They're looking at that picture of Donald Trump coming down from the heavens, surrounded by angels with a white light in his hand, laying hands on a sick man and healing him, and getting the impression that Trump was trying to impersonate himself being Jesus. I don't know how you could look at that picture and have that as the takeaway. That obviously looks like a doctor. So all these people out here telling lies, they're just making things worse for themselves because they look absolutely ridiculous. And plus, if Trump was going to go out and act like he was somehow like Jesus, how wrong would he be? Just like Jesus, Trump wants peace. That's all he's out here trying to do. He stopped 8 wars, and I know that because he told me he stopped 8 wars. And I don't really care that he started a bunch of other ones, like Iran, Lebanon. Just in case you're wondering, we are back in Iraq because the first time wasn't enough. He's also threatening Mexico, Greenland, all over the place, kidnapping people from Venezuela. So if you think that this guy can't also be considered another Prince of Peace, then you are just a clown, because there's no way that you can look at Donald Trump and not kind of see Jesus, right? Because they're both pretty much the same person. Jesus said you should hate your enemies, and so did Trump.
I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing, guys. You cannot be a Christian or a godly person and not support Donald Trump. Because think about it, guys. He is the pinnacle of Christianity. He takes marriage so seriously that he's done it 3 times. Somebody that has that level of commitment to marriage is somebody that you have to admit, hey, look, maybe I don't agree with everything he says, but the dude definitely appreciates marriage. He's made sure that he goes out of his way to love the wicked, much like Jesus, which is why he was loving Stormy Daniels. He made sure that he was out helping the least among us, just like Jesus would do with the prostitutes. So I don't want to hear any of this nonsense about how Donald Trump isn't helping the most lowly among us, because who among us wouldn't go out of their way as a Christian and try to sell people on cryptocurrency? That is the type of person that I want as a leader, because I refuse to follow somebody who doesn't actually believe in mining Bitcoin. I won't do it, guys. Jesus wouldn't do it, and I don't want you to follow in the path of Satan the way that some of these anti-Trumpers are trying to get you to do it, because we cannot trust these people, because we have wicked people out there like the Pope who are twisting Jesus Christ's words to say that we should be helping the needy, the weak, and the elderly. Not my Jesus. This is the second greatest person to ever walk the face of the earth, and I just thank God that we have the first greatest person to ever walk the earth, Trump, to be out here to correct the record.
We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars.
See, it's just like Jesus said. We can't take care of kids. We got wars to fight, son.
We have to take care of one thing, military protection.
Right again. And if they go to slap you, do just like Jesus said. You don't let them slap you. They go to touch you, you tell them a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. That's what you do, just like Jesus intended. So all of you people out there whining about Donald Trump coming back is maybe the second coming of Jesus. You all need to get off your high horse and you need to get on board with what's going on with this administration. Because the uncomfortable truth is we've got Donald Trump out here making sure that he's doing the Lord's work. And that's why the Pope is so far against him, is because the Pope, wrong about theology. The person that we need to be following, the person that we need to be listening to is Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. And the uncomfortable truth is, if you don't agree with that, then I guess there's just no place for you here. And we're going to do everything we can to persecute you politically, because that's what the Trump administration is doing to their political opponents. So guys, if you can deal with the uncomfortable truths, I guess go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.